Nicola Sturgeon was inundated with letters and emails from Scots to ban hate-filled sectarian marches in wake of this summer's marches. 11 were arrested and a police officer was injured by a flare during a clash between Republican and Loyalist marchers in September. More than 1,000 people took part in the 2 organised marches in Glasgow on September 7. A Freedom of Information request revealed members of the public flooded the First Minister with letters asking for the hate-filled marches to be stopped. As reported in the Daily Record, one letter with the sender's name covered said, "For the first time in my 43 years of being born, educated and living in the west of Scotland, I am embarrassed to be a Glaswegian. I have been a victim of racially motivated hate crime a number of times living in Glasgow. Most recently, I was pushed onto the road and called a blackbee when I was walking with my wife on a Saturday afternoon. I have never felt I was not Glaswegian or Scottish, but I was embarrassed to be both. I work for a recruitment agency focused on attracting talent to Scotland based on the quality of life. After witnessing these events, I do not see what the attraction would be for any new immigrant to Scotland. I am asking you to question why the Scottish Government has not done more to stop any of the hate-filled marches taking place in Scotland." Riot police had to call in for extra resources after mayhem broke out during a Govan clash on August 30. A number of marches followed that required a huge police presence, and policing the 2 Irish Republican marches in Glasgow cost at least £176,000. Some of the letters to Sturgeon voiced concerns about the Republican marches. One stated, "I was horrified at the trouble that came about on Saturday regarding another Republican walk." Another wrote, "I am angry and astonished at the decision to allow another Republican march in Glasgow. The fact that they support the terrorist group the IRA is totally unacceptable and it should never have been allowed to take place." Other letters of complaint called for a ban on orange walks. One said, "What is happening when the powers that be continue to allow anti-Catholic parades to parade by Catholic churches? It seems anti-Catholic hatred is getting worse in Scotland." A handwritten letter praised the First Minister for speaking out about the marches in Govan in August. But it added, "It is clear from the correspondence we have received that the general public shares a desire for a Scotland free from sectarianism and violent disorder." The Scottish Government said, "It is clear from the correspondence we have received that the general public shares our desire for a Scotland free from sectarianism and violent disorder." For more on this story, visit the news article link.